Welcome to this week's episode. We are in Seaside, Thousand Trails RV Campground. We are in Seaside, Oregon, checking out the coastline, and we are going to tell you what our 2 weeks in this campground has provided for us. All the perks, and everything in between. Let's go! Welcome back to another episode of Dean and Gertie Explore the World. This week, we parked our Puma in beautiful Seaside, Oregon, home to saltwater breezes, kite-flying beaches, and one of the most popular campgrounds on the coast. We stayed at the Seaside Thousand Trails RV Campground, and in this video, we're sharing our honest review, what we love, what surprised us, and what other RV families should know before they roll in. Whether you're planning a summer coastal getaway or just daydreaming from your couch, we've got the inside scoop coming your way. The clubhouse is very nice. It's very large and spacious, so it's a pretty nice addition to this campground and a good area to come and just hang out with your friends. Next up, we made our way to the clubhouse and we were genuinely impressed. This space is clean, cozy, and thoughtfully set up for both relaxation and rainy day hangouts. There's a fireplace lounge, comfy couches, a TV, a microwave, and yes, a complimentary coffee bar for that all-important morning recharge. We spent a lot of time at these giant 8-top tables, which are perfect for games, puzzles, or just spreading out and letting the kids dive into something creative. We tackled a puzzle while Jeff supervised, with caffeine in hand, obviously. Around the corner, we found the game shelf, puzzle stash, and a sweet little playroom for the younger kiddos. They've got books, a mini kitchen setup, coloring tables, and enough toys to keep tiny travelers happy for hours. It's these little touches, spaces that actually welcome families, that make a big difference when you're full-time on the road.
Pretty cool. In this family area, they actually have 6 set up around the fire pit, but 6 of these barbecue grills. So it doesn't matter if you're tent camping or you're coming in the RV. If you don't have a barbecue grill, they do not have them at most every site. So this gives you the ability to come up here with a group of friends and you can do any of the 6 barbecue grills, or you can take them all over if you want and have a big party.
Really nice community fire pit. There is a paved area around, benches that have been donated, a large area where they do fires for the community. So it's nice to be able to come here and in the evenings when it gets cool, get a big fire lit and just sit around and have some, some chats. Just who doesn't like to sit around a fire? You'll also notice behind me some primitive tent camping sites. There's a very large area for people who are primitive tent campers. Just keep in mind, again, there's no power, there's no water, there's no sewer over there. They do have porta potties that are pretty close that you can get to if you need to use the bathroom. In the tent section, there are about 50 sites set aside for campers who like to rough it. It's a great option if you want to stay close to town without that RV price tag. But let's be honest, comfort levels do vary. Some folks like to walk to the bathhouse. Others, well, they roll the dice on the porta potties. The campground bathrooms have all been redone. There's 3 shower stalls and 4 toilets, along with 4 sinks. They have new floors and new walls, and everything is well maintained, well cleaned, and the upkeep is stellar. The codes for the entry are changed, I believe, every 3 weeks. They did change them once on us while we were here, and we were not aware that they had changed, but they do take care of them. So it is a plus to be able to go to a campground and know that you're going to be able to use the facilities and they're actually going to be well maintained. So that is a definite plus. So the bathrooms are all nicely redone and refurbished. Now the laundry, I don't know. Let's go check it out. Let's see. Okay, that's not bad. It's a lot of space, so you definitely have room to come in and do your laundry. 6 washers, 6 dryers. They do not take quarters. Don't bring your quarters. You gotta have the one tap away app on your phone. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4 tables to fold your laundry. The floor looks like it could use a little bit of help, a little bit of work. But again, it looks like they're redoing a lot of stuff around here, so I would imagine that's probably coming soon. So the machines look nice, and as I said, they do not take quarters. So don't come here with quarters and get mad. And it looks like they just changed over from the CSC app system to the one tap away system, which for me, I'm not used to the one tap away system, so it's an app that I needed to download. The washers and the dryers all run at $3.25 per load. The washers are top load and the dryers are front load. Keep that in mind. Don't overfill them. You're not going to get your clothes clean. Other than aesthetics, I think the laundry room is pretty good. I love the size of it, so that is a huge selling point. And the machines look like they've been well maintained, so that's also a selling point. But $3.25 for a load of laundry is a bit expensive for me, but that's, you know, it is what it is. You take what you need, and maybe they're going to take that extra money and they're going to updo their laundry facility.
They've only got a single disc golf goal, but it's a start. Maybe one day they'll set them all around. It would be pretty cool.
If you're the type of camper who likes to stay active between marshmallow roasts and movie nights, this campground has a lot to keep you moving. If tossing a frisbee at a metal basket is your jam, you're covered. And if not, don't worry, this place has options. We spotted a couple of permanent cornhole boards right near the clubhouse. It's a solid setup for a chill round or two while your coffee brews. The basketball court isn't quite regulation size, but it is fenced in, which is awesome. They do provide a few balls, although calling them well loved would be very generous. Still, we managed to stink a few holes and declare ourselves semi-pros in the RV Park League. There's a trio of horseshoe pits. Now, maintenance-wise, let's just say they've seen some action. But they're totally playable and actually pretty fun if you don't mind the occasional creative bounce. But this is where Seaside Thousand Trails shines. 1 tennis court and 4 pickleball courts, all recently resurfaced and looking fresh. They've got loaner gear too, but heads up, if you're serious, bring your own paddles. Oh, and there is a gaga ball pit. It's not fancy, but it exists. And for the under 12 crowd, that's more than enough to burn off energy and create instant friendships. There are 2 really nice playgrounds here, one on the north side and one on the south side. That's actually how the whole campground is laid out. North side has most of the action, the pool, the sports courts, and the activity center. But both do have their own playgrounds, which means every kid has a place to play, climb, slide, and run wild.
This park does not have too many trails, but they do have some trails that are full of thorns and other stuff. Trails in the back road where we are, there's like a load of blackberry bushes and raspberry bushes and huckleberry bushes, and it makes me want to go hiking every day.
If you're not here for the pickleball or the puzzles, no worries. There are some truly peaceful spots tucked around this campground, perfect for just unwinding. We found a beautiful little seating area on the west side of the property, overlooking a quiet lake. The breeze, the view, the stillness, it's kind of the perfect place to sit and sip your coffee or just zone out and listen to birds. Unless, of course, they decided to jackhammer something right behind you. But hey, it's still a campground and peace is always tentative. If you're traveling with a pup, this place absolutely delivers. Tucked away on its own little peninsula, surrounded by water on 3 sides, they've created what might just be the coolest dog park we've ever seen. It feels like a private doggy island. There's wide open spaces for zoomies, sniffing, and full speed tail wagging, all while you chill out on one of the benches nestled along the edge. And the views? Spectacular. The dog park sits right on the lake, so while your 4-legged explorer chases squirrels and dreams of ducks, you can relax and take in the peaceful scenery. Geese glide by, ducks quack in the distance, and your pup lives their best campground life. Tucked away on the north side of the campground is a beautiful indoor pool. Bright, warm, and open all year thanks to its glass greenhouse style design. Outside of the pool, there's a connected patio seating area so you can enjoy the sunshine and mountain air without missing a single cannonball. Inside, before you even reach the pool, you've got ping pong, foosball, and side-by-side basketball shootout games. Plus, plenty of seating for tired parents and snack breaks. Whether you're diving in for a swim or soaking in the 10-person hot tub, it's clean, comfortable, and seriously inviting. They actually drain and clean the hot tub every single night, which, if you've seen some campground hot tubs, you'll know is a big deal.
I'd say we probably have one of the biggest front yard areas, and at least in our campground section, which has been really awesome for the kids. They've got this little kind of offshoot that comes off of the pond, so there's lots of fish and frogs and snakes and all kinds of stuff right here. So them and all their friends have just been in hog heaven, collecting bugs and snakes and frogs and all kinds of other stuff. So that's been pretty awesome. It gives us a nice big area where the kids can have their friends over. We're not worried about chasing them all over the campground. Now other parents might, but we've come to find out that most of the parents just know that they're at Dina Gertie's. So it's been pretty cool. So pluses definitely on this one. Back end, which not always my favorite, but the back ends here, they're all very easy to maneuver in and out of, so that's definitely a plus. 50 amp sewer, power, electric, water. Though typically I don't like being put on a corner lot because a lot of times it creates some, I don't know, traffic issues and things like that. But at this particular campground, having the corner lot has been a huge bonus.
We wrapped up our stay the best way possible, washing the trucks for free. Yep, this week the campground offered free RV and vehicle washing, which almost never happens. Most parks charge extra or don't allow it at all. We rolled out the hose and got to work. And honestly, it's that kind of experience this place offers. When it's good, it's really good. The sites were spacious, clean, and thoughtfully laid out. They were all back in, but easy to navigate. No tree trunks randomly planted where your bumper should go. Each site had a decent-sized seating area, which made it feel like you had your own little space, even when the park was full. It's clear why this is considered the nice 1,000 trails on the Oregon coast. Our big takeaways, you may ask? Clean grounds, lots of amenities, super family-friendly, but book early. It fills up fast. Now let's talk about the few bumps in the road. When we arrived about 30 minutes early, we were told by someone who we think was staff that we had to immediately turn around and leave. He said he would have let us in early, but since we technically showed up before the window, he wanted us to roll out, loop around, and come back in a half an hour. Not exactly a warm welcome. Later in our stay, we also ran into a gate code change with 0 notice, unless you happen to spot the little sign taped up at the entrance. No email, no text alert, no call. If you didn't leave the park that day, you had no idea. When we asked about it, the front office kinda shrugged and made it seem like it was our fault for not noticing that tiny sign. Also note that the campground is split into north and south sections. Check-in is on the south side, but most campsites and amenities are actually across the street on the north side. It's not a deal breaker, just a little confusing if you're new here and towing a 35-foot Puma. But would we come back? Definitely. The kids had a blast, and the amenities were solid, and the community vibe was friendly and relaxed. It's not perfect, but it hits a lot of the right notes for a fun, activity-filled family stay on the Oregon coast.